Hey, what's up, everyone? We are here at Surf Fest 2025, where the best surfing on Lake of the Ozarks is going to be going down here at Pin Oak Hollow Cove here in the state park. I'm Kirby Leisman. I'm going to be your host, talking you through all the sick tricks that are going to be going down on that Malibu M230. Beautiful wave for all ability levels, such as this under 12 division we got going right now. We have got Riley Green starting us off. And I'm excited to see what kind of tricks she can throw down as our first rider here. Good stuff here. Stoked to be on Lake TV today. I've had many years working with these guys, filming our first video in this cove probably some 15 years ago. To date ourselves back, there was Sean Cobra in the boat throwing some tricks when we were just kids. Now we're doing the Real Deal Surf Fest with State of Mind, Water Sports out of St. Louis, and Iguana Marine Group. And then we're also obviously representing the Malibu and Axis boat line. These are the boats that we use for our wakeboard school here at Kirby School of Wake. They make the best wakes for every ability level, from entry level, learning for the first time, all the way up to the most high-end riders. And we'll get to see some of that today. We've got some Malibu Pro riders with us representing the best boat brand in the towboat market. Jordan Wolf's going to be throwing some amazing tricks surfing. And we got Masi Pifferetti going to be throwing some wakeboard tricks with us too. So it's going to be a great day. Going to stick around for all the action. And we're going to be getting kicked off here with our 12 and under group, first group of the day. Alrighty, that's our first rider up for the day. Getting her start off right. We're going on the left side, surfing regular right now. It's like she's on a surf style board. It's a little bit thicker board, much like a board you would kind of ride in the ocean. Luckily that Malibu M230 is throwing an ocean-like wave for her, starting off with some carves, going front side up and to the lip of the wave, getting back in the curl. Riley Green starting off her first pass, kind of getting used to that wake, it looks like. Nice turns up and through the wave. Solid stuff, riding on that toe side edge all the way to the top of the wake. Maybe putting a little bit of a slash in there, showing she's got control over the board, a little bit of style. I'm loving it. This under 12 division is going to be awesome. These young kids can absolutely rip. And it's sick to see them out here doing their thing. And that's going to be the end of first pass. So the boat's going to come to a stop. They're going to reset and get going again for pass number 2.
Black and white instructions.
She's on this side.
Right. There you go, Riley. Good stuff, girl. Yeah, girl.
Is the wave okay? You want it bigger or smaller? Faster, slower? No. Cool. You're doing awesome. You look great.
Everything's good. Great.
You ready?
Here we go.
All right, so unfortunately Riley Green taking a fall there at the first part of her second pass. Looked like she was putting a little extra effort on those carves, trying to go a little harder for the judges to get some more points on the board, but she's already got some great stuff from pass number 1, so I'm excited to see what she's able to do when she gets back up and gets going again.
Lots of videos this weekend.
Okay, Riley Green back up again after that quick fall on the second pass. Looks like she's gonna rep out some more carves. Dropping into a tuck knee. That was pretty sick, bringing that knee all the way down to the board, then back into some nice carves, holding that toe side edge all the way to the top of the wave. She's doing a little bit of what we call cardio carving. Getting some quick turns in. Now she's hanging back there in the curl. But just not quite able to hold it. Unfortunately, at the end of the course there, the water gets a little bit low and the size of the wave goes a little lower with low water. So typically we like to surf in at least 10 foot of water or maybe a little bit more. But anything less than that, you'll definitely see that wave start to go down. And unfortunately, I think that's what took her down at the end of that second pass. But she definitely put some good points on the board. And it'll be interesting to see how she stacks up to these other 4 riders that we got coming up in the under 12 division.
What's up, little lady? You ready?
You can go ahead and stay on the back of the boat, kiddo. Do we like a smaller wave, a bigger wave? I don't know. You don't know? Cool.
Hey, if you put a hand grip.
Go ahead and hop in, girl. Take that rope with you. Left or right foot forward? Right. Cool. You get one fall down each way, okay? The big buoys are the start buoys, so when you get to the big buoy, throw the rope, okay?
So we're super stoked to have Lake TV out here catching all the action today. So if you're tuning in live, you're getting a good first-hand perspective of what's going on behind that Malibu M230. But if you want an even better view, come out here to the state park on land and watch from shore, or get out here on your boat and tie up to the flotilla, because as the day goes on, the difficulty of the tricks are going to keep getting higher and there's going to be more action on the water. So if you're sitting at home watching, that's great, but if you can get out on the boat and get out here and watch in person, it'll be even better. We got Andy out there riding in our under 12 division. Looks like she's just kind of feeling out the wave. Riding sort of a skim style board. So that's a little bit thinner board, a little bit harder to balance on, but definitely can get it going pretty fast if you can hold it on edge. And she seems like she's doing pretty good at that right now. Dropping the rope and staying perfectly in the pocket, right where you want to be for wake surfing. All right, she's getting dialed in there, pretty close to the boat. Not sure if she knows she's got about 10 foot further back she can go to ride in that wave, since that Malibu M230 wave is so long and so powerful. Awesome to see her out here riding in this under 12 division. And that's going to be the end of pass number 1. It looks super fun. Now, people always ask me, if you go too fast, can you hit the boat? And our answer is generally, well, if you don't stop, there is a chance of that. And if the boat stops, there's even a higher chance of that. But typically, you can't fall fast enough to fall on the boat with the boat moving at a faster rate of speed to what you're surfing the wave. So she's good and okay, going to get picked up and go again on pass number 2. So one of my most favorite things about this event is the flotilla that forms of towboat specific boats out there all tied up. Got a bunch of Mission floaty pads that they're chilling on, having a good time, just watching some surfing. And I think they've got some Paradise pads in between those boats too. So when those big surf waves come, they can be protected so they don't end up in the gel coat shop. And yeah, we got our second rider of the day going here again. Andy is up and back in the wave, waving to the crowd. Looks like she's having a great time, tossing the rope to the boat. And riding up in the wave a little bit, dropping back down in that front zone. That wave is obviously super powerful. Not too hard to keep the speed while you get set in that sweet spot right there. People always ask me, where's the sweet spot on a Malibu wave? And I say there's really not a sweet spot. It's just a sweet wave. And you kind of ride it differently at all different points of the wave, whether you're forward, up close to the boat, or all the way at the back in the curl. And that's going to do it for pass number 2. Coming in to the end of the course. That was a super good run. And I'm sure she's super happy with her no rope time out there on that M230. Courtesy of State of Mind Water Sports and Iguana Marine Group. So we've got Andrew Davis as our official towboat driver of Surf Fest 2025. That guy knows his way around a Malibu, as he is in the opposite state of mind in St. Louis there on a daily basis, but gets out on the lake with his family as much as he possibly can. Down there on Table Rock Lake, he's usually rocking a 26 LSV, which is the biggest Malibu in the lineup. So yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about the Malibu or Access line, he'd be a great guy to ask. He's been in the business forever. And you guys are super fortunate to have him behind the wheel, picking up our next rider, Connor Gatlin. Local superstar, known for his big and controlled wakeboard tricks, but also super stylish on the wake surfboard. He's done our camps at Kirby School of Wake since he was just a little guy. Was just out on a day camp with us yesterday, working on his surf tricks for this contest. But he's also training for the Wakeboard National Championships next week in Colorado. So great to see him, you know, just getting on his board as much as he can. The kid absolutely loves it, and you can tell by the way he's riding that wave. Tons of controlled carves, a little bit of frontside slash right there, but unfortunately getting just a little too far back. Ends up losing the wave. But the best thing about that Malibu M230 is it'll get him picked back up and going again for pass number 2. Looks like the pickup jet ski has got Connor Gatlin back to the towboat so he can get back into his second pass here. And yeah, we know he's got a big bag of tricks. Curious to see what he's able to put down for us here. I know he can do a tuck knee and some wake slashes. Well, I won't spoil it for you guys, but he's got some big tricks in the bag, and they're going to get him picked back up here. Pass number 2 in our under 12 division. So he is surfing front side, so the front of his body is facing the wave. He's got some pressure on the toes to hold him next to it, and yeah, that wave is so powerful. Doesn't even need a rope, just like that. Tosses it to the other side, now he's good to ride. There we go, looks like he's getting down for a little hand drag, touching the board, showing he's got total control over his ride there, where he's not even thinking about staying on the wave. He's just focusing on touching his board and riding the board up and down the wave. Love to see this kid out here. He's got a tremendous story. Definitely look him up. Connor Gatlin, he's quite the overcomer, has been through a lot, but he's given us a lot of stoke in the water sports community here, especially like the stoke on that front side lip slide. Giving us some hang loose out there on the wave. Super cool. And that's going to do it for his pass. Pass number 2, looking good, Connor Gatlin. Give it up for him, guys. So we have got 2 more riders left in the under 12 division, which means the beginner wake surf division is up next. So if you are on the water and in the beginner division, we need you to head over to the Poly Lift starting dock. But if you're on land here, come on over to the registration tent and we're gonna get you a ride to the starting dock and you'll be lined up ready to go for that beginner division. And we've got Jordan Wolf out there giving our competitors the down low of where their run starts and where it ends and what the plan's gonna be. And it's up to them to do whatever it is they're gonna do behind the boat. And it looks like we've got our first right foot forward surfer of the day. Surf right on the surf gate on that Malibu. She's gonna be still surfing front side, just with her other foot in front. Looks like she's riding somewhat of a hybrid board. Oh, so kind of a mixture between a thicker surf style, but it has some skim capabilities to be kind of loose and slick for hard carves like that, but unfortunately it ended up taking her down. And that's probably one of the hardest things about getting out here and riding behind a boat you've never surfed, just trying to figure out that wave at first. But we're gonna get her up, get her going again, and hopefully she has a really successful second pass. We have got Ava back up on the water. It's like she's gonna finish out pass number 1. Man, look at the curl on that wave. Just amazing how the face of the wave is super smooth and crisp, and then the back of the wave has a nice little curl to it right before it turns to wash. So she's staying right in the sweet spot right there, working her way back, staying in it with ease. So much ease there for Ava. And that's gonna do it for pass number 2. Give it up for her, y'all. That was amazing. So we got a little turnaround time here. It's a good time to talk about our sponsors of this event. We've got Ink Ease. I'm guessing it's super easy to get there and get some ink. So if you're in the market for a new tattoo, look those guys up. I'm sure they'll do great work. And yeah, maybe get a surf tat. Really represent. Then we've also got Phase 5 surfboards. So we see a lot of people out here surfing the Phase 5 brand of boards, known for their Zap skim boards, which people use in the ocean to throw out on the beach and slide down into the ocean. But they also have Phase 5, which is what we ride behind the boat. And these boards are super high quality. You'll definitely see more Phase 5 boards in the upper ability level divisions. And excited to see how those divisions go. But right now we've got the under 12 division, and Ava is starting off her second pass. Oh, unfortunately not quite able to get up out of the water on that one. But that boat's gonna circle back around and get her up, get her going again. All right, successful start on that one for Ava. Getting back in the wave. Looks like she's got a bit of a staggered stance where her front foot is positioned a little bit closer to the toe side edge. Seems to be holding her closer to the wave. She looks totally relaxed, just kicking back, surfing that wave. That Malibu M230. So crazy that you can just get out behind these boats and go no rope. Got that ocean vibe here as we're landlocked here in the Ozarks. It's not stopping us from getting our surf on. That's exactly what she's doing there, just peeling off to the side for the end of second pass. And sure she's super happy with that. I'll be curious to see how it stacks up against the other riders in this under 12 division. All right, next up on the water, we've got Bo Webster, huge supporter of Surf Fest 2025. Their family has Renew Mudjacking out of Kansas City. So thankful to have their support here for the contest, and they all surf, and not only just surf, they surf an Axis T250, that beautiful teal and gray. They're on one of the best parts of the entire Lake of the Ozarks out there at the very end around the 70-mile marker around Warsaw. So this guy knows how to get good water, knows how to get into the wave to do some surfing. I'm excited to see what Bo's got for us here as he gets into pass number 1. All right, we got the wave forming, perfectly formed. Looks like he's hanging super far back, finding the push of the wave, tossing the rope across like a boss. Look at that. Getting into a bit of a squat, riding one of those Phase 5 skimboards we were talking about earlier. Those are super slick, but sick when you get them mastered because you can carve all over on those. And he's just hanging in there, hanging in, hanging out, doing his thing. But man, if he stays in that squat much longer, he's gonna get tired. That's like an exercise surfing there. Go, Bo, go, looking good, buddy. Riding it out all the way to the end of the pass, making it look easy. And funny story about this little guy, when I did a lesson with them and their family at their place, he actually stood in my wakeboard boots when he was like 2. And we had a funny picture of that. But now he's up on his own board, riding it out all the way to the end of pass number 1. And yeah, stoked to see him get back up and go again on this next pass. And a good time to talk about our sponsor, Lake Expo Real Estate. Obviously, if you're in the market for a home here at the lake, they would be the people to see. They specialize in lake homes, lakefront properties, and yeah, love to get you in touch with them to find your next dream home here at Lake of the Ozarks. After you get that dream home, you get a Axis or Malibu boat, poly lift, you'll be set every day. You get here to the lake and drop your boat in and go surf. That's how we like to do it here in the Ozarks, and we're just so thankful to have so many places of the Ozarks we can surf in these nice state park coves. But you get out early enough in the morning, you can just drop in right in the main channel, hardly any other boats out first thing, and get your surf on. So yeah, just like we got Bo doing here. Bo Webster's the last rider here in our under 12 division. And looks like he's doing some carves with the rope first, which looks super good. Kind of getting some control over that wave. Going in and out on the toes. Taking the pressure off the toes to drift back out. And looks like he's gonna get ready. Oh, throwing us a hang loose. Shocking Narbro. Throw the rope across. Oh, good save. Almost tucked the nose under, but definitely did not. He saved it. He's gonna keep it going here for us. Yeah, a little hand drag for some extra style points. Loving that. Awesome. Go, Bo, go. Putting on a show here as he peels off and almost does like a traditional surf bail. Gets over to his stomach, and great ride for Bo. Give it a round of applause for him. That was amazing. We have got the beginner division about ready to kick off here for Surf Fest 2025. You can see a whole line of riders ready to go. They are geared up with their board, their vest, and they're about ready to go out and do their best work on that Malibu M230. Super excited to see what this beginner division is going to be able to do. The trick restrictions aren't very much. They're going to be carving, probably doing some wake slashes, might even see a couple 360 attempts. And the ability of these riders is going to continue to climb as we go through the day. And like I said before, we might even get to see an exhibition from Malibu's professional rider, Jordan Wolf. So you're going to definitely want to stick around for that. And might even be some wakeboarding going down here at Surf Fest. I don't know. See what happens. All right, so we are here hanging out in between divisions. So we got a little bit of downtime. So I'm here with Connor Gatlin, who just rode in the under 12 division. How was it out there, buddy? Good. Good. You look good. How'd that weight feel on that Malibu M230? Really good. What was your favorite trick that you did out there today? Yeah, the slide, did a front side lip slide. Yeah. That's a good looking trick. So you were working on that. He was working on that on the day camp yesterday. And we were hoping to see the 360 because we know you got that trick in the bag too. Just run out of time out there. Yeah. It goes fast. Yeah, you don't realize when we're out here on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks and you can just surf for miles without needing to stop how many tricks you can do in a long amount of time. But this is a short run, but it looked like you had a super good time out there.
Yeah, it's only like 42 seconds.
It flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you wakeboard a little bit on the Malibus and Axis with us at the day camps as well. So what contests are you working on getting ready for next?
Nationals at Colorado.
In Colorado, all right. You gonna unveil any new tricks out there this year?
Yeah, a toe side 180.
Yeah.
Which I learned on your Axis yesterday, and it was really fun. And I took a hard swam on one of them, and I got back up and did it.
That was the best part.
Yep.
You didn't give up. And I think the full story from that trick for Connor is that 2 years ago, we were doing a lesson, and we were talking through my BB Talking intercom, and he just said, hey, I'm going to do something. And I'm like, okay. And he went for a toe side wake to wake 180, and I had no idea I was going for it.
Oh,
and
I remember that.
so hard. But you had a total redemption. 2 years later, come back out again. You stomped it perfectly.
Yeah.
That was sick. So you have another trick you're kind of working on for your run, too. Do you remember what that one was?
360.
Yep. Yep. So he's got a 360 in the air, a 180 wake to wake. So tons of good stuff that you're going to be putting down in that next contest.
Yeah.
And then what would come after nationals? Is there another tournament? World Championships.
Yep, at Florida.
In Florida. All right, cool. So chances are I might be there riding with you at that one too, which is super cool. For me as an instructor, the most fun thing is going to these tournaments with my other riders and kind of being somewhat of a coach, mentor, but also competitor. And that makes it super fun for me. And I love seeing you out there doing your best stuff. And you're getting super good at it. So talk to me about like how much you practice wakeboarding and wake surfing.
Mostly behind your boat now because my boat isn't working right now, but probably like once a week.
You go like once a week? But when your boat's working, you go like every day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
I've been
great.
starting to.
And that's what it takes, right? Like, if you want to get good at this sport, just doing it every now and then, you'll get good, but you won't get great. And this guy puts in the work to learn these great tricks, and it's definitely showing off.
Yeah.
It's showing you're putting in the work. What would be the next trick you would learn if you could learn any trick?
Tantrum to blind.
Tantrum to blind. That's
Actually,
a dream trick, right?
Yeah. Probably just a tantrum.
Maybe just learn a tantrum first. That's probably a good idea. Maybe we can work on that on the next day camp.
Oh, I don't want to do that again.
No, maybe not. Well, cool, man. Well,
Last time I tried that, I swam on my back.
yeah, that does happen. So
I just tried the flip and I just.
took it right to the back, huh?
Yep.
But that's part of learning, right? So that's where we as Kirby School Wake come in. We try to show you the easiest way to learn tricks without taking those hard falls. But sometimes
My
it's
friend
just
is
part
jealous.
of learning. That you're on camera. Do you see us right up here? We're on the
Yeah,
screen.
but
It's pretty sick.
my friend is jealous.
Ah, yeah. Well, you want to get him on here next? Come on, buddy, hop in here. Have you taught him how to wakeboard yet?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I taught him and Jackson both.
That's great. So you're sharing the sport, which I think is awesome. Welcome to Lake TV. What was your name, buddy? Briggs. So Briggs has learned how to wakeboard from Connor, and I got to teach Connor. So that's what it's all about, passing the handle to the next riders. And that's what we're going to do right here, right now, is we've got our next surfer on the water. This is the beginner division. And it's Jazara. What a cool name. Looks like she is surfing right foot forward, still
Carve.
front side. Oh, unfortunately,
Down.
that wave of that Malibu M230, maybe a little bit steeper than what she was used to. It ended up just taking the nose down a little bit more than what she wanted. And yeah, Connor, you're welcome to stay on here and call the tricks with me if you want. And anyone else, we've got open mic happening here if you want to come hop on and chat with
Briggs.
me.
Yes, you wanted to do it. Come on, don't be jealous.
Don't be shy. Come on over, hop on the
I
mic.
was shy the first time I did it. Oh, sorry.
And we're excited to have such a great community of water sports enthusiasts here. And yeah, if you want to come over and hop on the mic and talk to us about the things you love the most about being on your boat, what you're working on. And yeah, we just want to hear what it is that you all love the most about the water sports community. Because for me, it's just being on the water with friends,
Yeah.
hanging out, making new friends, and having a good time. I mean, what better way to spend a day out on the lake? Looks like we're doing right here, right now. All right, so we got Jazara back up again. Like we said before, this is the first rider in the beginner division. Like she's taking her time, getting set up here, tossing the rope across the wake. And it's interesting how these boats are getting where the wave is so long. I think traditionally we would throw the rope to the boat, but now it's kind of more the thing to throw it across the wave and then have someone tow the rope in. And yeah, she's ripping up some good cuts here. Holding that toe pressure on the toe side edge of the board to climb all the way up the wave. Getting some good reps in here. This is awesome. Oh, unfortunately,
Going down.
caught the edge, went down there just at the end of that first pass. And sure they're going to swing around, get her picked back up, get her going again. Welcome to the Ozarks, where the jet skis cannot resist themselves when we throw this big surf wave out. I don't think that was Moto Mike, who has done that professionally. But thankfully, we have got this cove blocked off. No wake for us today, which is pretty sick. I mean, this is like a dream come true for me, to have my favorite cove in the entire Lake of the Ozarks. No wake, unless you're behind the boat that's making the wake for the contest. And that just happens to be one of the best wakeboard, wake surf boats on the planet. So I'm hoping that whenever we get a little break in the day, hopefully I can get out there and get a little wakeboard set just to kind of share the stoke with all our competitors here. And definitely stoked to have so many people coming out to support this event, especially our sponsors that have so graciously, you know, got behind what we're doing here and want to make it as good as possible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Connor, thank you so much for coming over and hanging out with me for a little bit. Is there anything you want to tell the crowd before you peace out for the day?
Yeah. Good luck and hope you do good.
I like that. Is there anyone you want to thank for all the wakeboarding you get to do?
Thank you, Malibu Boats, and thank you, the people who made this contest, and thank you, Kobe.
Yeah. Thank you, State of Mind Water Sports, and thank you, Iguana Marine Group, giving us an opportunity to show off our best stuff. Just like we've got Jazara out there, and unfortunately just couldn't quite put it together there at the end. But we'll get the next rider up and going here in this beginner division. So thank you, Connor, for coming over and hanging out with me, and we'll see you later today, buddy. Good job today. You did awesome. All righty. Like I said, that was Connor Gatlin, young man here out of Lake of the Ozarks. Sure. Always such a cool vibe having him on the boat with me. Yesterday we had a super cool moment where we had someone up on the bow of the boat throwing the ball back to Connor when he was surfing, and they actually made 2 completed passes back and forth before the ball went in the water. And yeah, that's kind of stuff we do on day camps. We learn, we have fun, we take swim breaks, and those are camps that we do on Friday afternoons and mornings and afternoons. And yeah, it's for any age that wants to come out on the boat with us all day. All right, we got our next rider up here. We've got McKenna Jones. Doing great, tossing that rope back to the boat. Oh yes, our first 360 attempt. A pretty darn good one at that. Getting a nice subtle little hand drag to start the spin. Almost brought it all the way around, but that is one of the most common crashes we'll see on the 360 on the surfboard, with that toe side edge up by the nose will catch. And yeah, a little free tip of advice. If you're working on that trick, it seems like getting a little bit of pressure over the toes of the back foot actually helps hook the edge of the board in properly to get you to stop that spin, because going around once is good, but when you start going around twice and 3 times, that's where it gets tricky. So always happy to help anyone who's wanting to learn that Surf 360. It is probably one of the highest desired tricks that people want to learn on the surfboard, and we just happen to have the tricks and tips to help you make it happen. So book a session with us, Kirby School of Wake. We'll get all the best tricks for you here. Okay, so we got our next rider up on the water, repping out some solid carves. Definitely riding a traditional surf style board. Awesome, putting a little bit of a slash in those cuts, looking great. Excited to see her out riding that Malibu wave like it's like here in her backyard. Looks pretty comfortable on it. Excellent. Getting the hype from the boat, I love that. Yeah, she's got some solid reps going here. Doing a little bit of a floater there. She kind of went up on top of the wave and stalled at the top of the wave. Brought it back in nicely. Very cool and smooth. And yeah, we call these just casual carves, just going up and down the wave, using the speed that she gets from going down the wave to climb back up it for her next turn. And yeah, kind of resembles just that traditional surf in the ocean, but we're just doing out behind these boats here, Lake of the Ozarks. All right, yeah, we're just looking for confirmation from the boat on which rider that is. I do not believe it's Annie. We know Annie. Annie has been one of the ladies who have come out to our all-girls sessions and women's wake sessions. So I know that's not Annie, so I'm curious who we got out there on the water right now. And we'll get that info here to you soon. But she's getting up and getting into her second pass. Hoping to see some more carves. She's looking good out there. Very nicely done. Yeah, putting a little extra push against the board on that one, throwing a little slash. If you do that hard enough, you get to what we call throwing buckets, where it looks like buckets of water are being tossed out from under the board. And She seems like she is well on her way to being able to get that type of carve going, kind of waving to her friends at the flotilla, getting a total vibe out here on that ride. Just like on that big carve at the top of the wave, feeling all the push for that M230. And looks like she's setting up for something here. Curious what we've got. From McKenna, confirmation that it is McKenna Jones. Oh yeah, buttery 360, coming around with ease. You can definitely tell she has probably rode away from a couple of those, but unfortunately not able to put it together right there, right now. But give it a round of applause for her. That was really amazing. Way to go, McKenna Jones. Now we've got Annie out on the water, one of our best students at Kirby School of Wake. She knows how to put in the reps. You would think she's training for this Surf Fest contest as much as she is out there on her brand new Axis T250. They have got their wave dialed in, as you can tell, as she kicks into that frontside lip slide. It knows just where to go to get in that curl to save the wave. That is part of the art of wake surfing. Oh yeah, such a good frontside slide where she kicks that back foot forward towards the boat. Very nicely done. Call it a frontside lip slide. Getting a little hand drag on the wave right there, showing she's got total control of her ride. Oh yeah, a little dismount at the end, and we'll get her up, get her going, do it again. All right, we got a good view of that Poly Lift sponsored dock. Poly Lift does the best work, in my opinion, as far as getting these towboats lifted up properly, where you don't have to worry about your props hitting the bunks. These guys do it right. They're built to last. It's what we use at Kirby School of Wake there at Iguana Marine Group. And it's nice to see that Malibu 24 MXZ parked up along the dock. Got to go out on that boat last night, do a little demo showing the wave, and absolutely love that boat. That was the boat that they had at the Rider Experience with the WWA, and just fits in the lineup as one of those bigger boats in the Malibu line that can handle the rough water around the lake here. So, and sounds like we got our Rider up on the water again. Excited to see what Annie's going to be able to do for us here on pass number 2. Not able to fully see what she's got going, but I'm sure it's going good. Considering I'm hearing the cheers from the boat. They're always so encouraging. They wear the title of judge, but they're really more of just an encourager, keeping track of who's doing their best stuff, so we can find out who the true winner is today of Surf Fest. But it's really all just for fun. Just like we see Annie doing there, having fun on those carves, pumping up and down the wave, using great technique, tons of flow in her riding. Looks effortless, and that's how you want it to look, as she gets all the way to the top of the wave on that lip slide. Hanging back out there in the curl, showing us how far you can go on a Malibu wave shaped by Surfgate. And she peels off to the side after a really great ride. Give it up for Annie. Good stuff. So we've got things going really efficient today. You can tell that the towboat driver has spent some time behind a Malibu. That is Andrew Davis from State of Mind Water Sports. Fist pump. Hope we get some tunes bumping from that boat later. But you can just tell that he knows how to drive that boat with so much precision. But it also helps that they have the easy drive thruster on those Malibu boats where he can just have a touch of a button, kind of swing the back end of the boat wherever he wants it to go. And yeah, we got our next rider already up and going here. This might be Corey, waiting for confirmation from the media team here, but he's looking great. Getting comfortable on the wave. Bit of a floater there, get up on top of the wave and then dropping back down. He's doing a little self-promotion there, hanging a GoPro out the side, showing us his best stuff in the back of that Malibu boat. Hope to see that tagged with State of Mind Iguana and Malibu, obviously. And yeah, he's got some cardio carves going here, repping them out one after the other. Love seeing that. Hanging loose, just having a blast, getting down at the end of that first pass. And he's going to peel off to the side, and they're going to circle back around, pick him up, get him going again. So yeah, we just appreciate everyone who has put in all the effort to bring this event together. I mean, so cool that we get to bring an event like this to Lake of the Ozarks, my home lake of Kirby School of Wake. We do lessons out here in this exact cove all the time. But to see everyone coming together and supporting each other and being encouraging to see everyone do their best stuff just fires me up for the future of wake sports here in the Ozarks, because I mean, what better way to spend a day out on the water with your friends and family, learning tricks and not just sitting in the cove with an anchor in the water. You're actually out doing stuff, encouraging everyone to get out and do their best. And that's what we're going to see today with Surf Fest 2025. And I'm hyped to be here. It's a good day. Finally, some good weather, too. We had a bit of a rainy spring, as you all know, and it's officially boating season now, as it's hot as can be here in the Ozarks, but we're going to keep it going strong. Just like this rider here is going to do on his second pass with Corey Clemens in the beginner division. Super stoked to see what he's able to put together for us. Opting to throw the rope to the boat. Getting it going with some more carves. He might have made a bit of a wave change. The wave looks like it's a different shape than what he had before. Maybe a little lower, getting low in that squat. Yeah, showing total control. I'm guessing we might see a 360 attempt out of him at the end of this second pass. Looks like he's got it in the bags, riding somewhat of a skim style board. But right now he's still putting those carves together, getting lots of reps in, hanging out up on top, and here we go. Is it gonna be? Oh, he threw me off. I thought we were gonna get to see the backside 360 from the front side wave, but just didn't quite get to it. But give it up for him. That was an amazing ride with a lot of good carves. We want to give a shout out to our judges in the boat from Malibu Factory Pro Team. Jordan Wolf, super encouraging, hyping everybody up. And Mas Pivaretti, a good buddy of mine who rides Pro Wakeboard Tour. So he's got enough accolades to decorate an entire wall with all the success he has had in the wakeboard industry. And just so blessed to have these guys out here on the water with us today, encouraging you all to go out and do your best stuff. And like I said, they may wear the title of judge, but they're really just here to encourage and just keep track of who's doing their best stuff. And I can't wait to see how the results end up playing out for the end of the day when we head back to Iguana Marine Group for the award ceremony. It's going to be a great time to hang out. We're going to have a DJ, just a total vibe, just hang out with your friends, make new friends. And yeah, we're hoping to see our boat crews start to grow, where you're able to meet up with other people, tie up and hang out and go surf. And yeah, just have more friends that love to do what you do here at Lake of the Ozarks. Next rider up on the water, we got Callie Green, older sister to Riley Green. These girls get a lot of surf time. I see them out here on their boat quite a bit. And she's really repping out some hard carves. Putting a little bit of a pop in there. Very nicely done. Total control over the wave, which is great. It's so cool to see riders like this that can get into a carve but actually pop the board up a little bit to throw even more of a slash. Riding a bit of a surf style board. So she's getting tons of push, tons of float. Riding really good on that Malibu M230. You can definitely tell she's familiar with the shape of the wave, being able to get back there in the curl and have enough speed to come forward for those hard cuts. And what a good run. That's definitely a standout run here in this beginner division. And she's going to peel off to the side, and we'll get her up for her next ride. So we can tell the judges are definitely impressed with that run. They're going to be keeping track of how many good turns she had and the extra emphasis on the pop, kind of releasing the pressure off the board to get it to pop up in the air a little bit. It's called doing an air. Obviously, not really a jump per se. It's more of a pop, like you would ollie a skateboard. But yeah, that type of surf style influence is really cool to see. And seeing that in the beginner division is really impressive. So really excited to see what she's able to put together for pass number 2. And yeah, got to get loud and get proud for this girl right here. She's really putting in some good tricks. All right, I hear the Malibu M230 up and going again. That boat's got the M6 engine. Super efficient, 430 horse. That thing can pump out some horsepower to push that big wave. She's flowing so good in these carves. Bit of a front side lip slide, kind of throwing the tail of the board up over the wave. Got that pop and then dropping back in it. Oh no, just ends up dunking the nose under just enough to stop her at that carve. But she had a good pass going there. She could tell she was up in the difficulty, putting a little more intensity. And that's what we love to see on these surf runs, just going for it, putting in the reps, but also showing a little bit of risk, going a little bit harder on that second pass, which is good to see. Way to go, Callie Green. Got Callie Green back up on the water, finishing off pass number 2, getting a couple more good carves in. And yeah, I love seeing the surf-influenced style of riding a surf-style board with those big cuts, and that's going to do it for her run. I'm sure she's super happy with that. Might have been a few more tricks that she wanted to do, maybe didn't get to after that fall, but ultimately definitely a standout for this beginner division. And yeah, we're only part way through. Not even. This is a stacked division with tons of riders. Co-ed division, boys and girls putting on their best stuff here. And I'm excited to see who our top competitors are going to be today in this beginner division. Now, a quick shout out to Content KC. Those guys are great behind the camera, putting together the media to make your business look super good. They've done that for State of Mind, Water Sports, and Iguana with some of the promotions we've done for this event. So if you've seen some of the stuff we put out to promote Surf Fest, it was those guys that put it together. Just one day of filming, and we had so much content to work with. So good to see them supporting this event as a sponsor. And we've got Pfizer Media as well, Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle. And that's what this is about. It's about the boating lifestyle, more specifically the wake towboat lifestyle, state of mind lifestyle. You got to have the right state of mind to get out there and do your best stuff, which we're excited to see with this next rider here. I think it's Allie, and it sure is. And she's got a good support crew already hearing the hooping and the hollering from her squad, riding a big board. That thing is massive, but she's making it work. Riding there right in the curl, doing some carves up in the wave and then dropping back down. Love to see it. So much control. And it looks like those front side carves are looking good. She's going about halfway up the wave and then dropping back in, putting a little hand drag in there for extra stability, maybe a little extra style. Quick cut back. Judges like to see that. Getting a lot of good reps in here. Loving to see the control on that board. And that's going to do it for pass number 1. But it's all about getting out here, having fun, and that's what we're doing today. Everybody's been practicing their stuff, hoping to show off their best tricks out here at Surf Fest. But ultimately, it's just about getting out here, trying a new wave, meeting some new friends, and just having a good time. So we're all thankful that that you're here. And it's going to be a good day. Sounds like we got that Malibu boat back up and going again. Allie is going to get set in that wave, toss the rope across. I'm pretty sure she surfs an Axis T250, so familiar with the shape of the wave, knowing how to get those quick cuts going. Nice hard turn at the bottom of the wave, which is always good to see. Good control over that wave, getting to the right spot to be able to stay balanced and controlled. Kind of fading back a little bit to ride in the curl, getting a ton of speed coming forward, which is awesome. Nicely done. Dropping that back knee, setting up for the 360, and just about pulls it off. Wow, y'all, get loud, get proud for Allie. Well done. All right, that flotilla is hyped for Allie after she put down a really good run. Looks like we got Joe Moore running that Sea-Doo Spark pickup ski. This dude puts in so much work to bring this event together, to promote it, get the sponsors on board, and ultimately just get here, get it all set up so we can all have a good time, which we're so thankful for. And we're already having a good time first thing this morning, but if you have any friends who are here at the lake and looking for something to do, come tie up, hang out with us for this event, and you're going to enjoy the expert level surfing that you're going to get to see here throughout the day. And we're thankful to have Lake TV here broadcasting it, so you can tune in and watch if you're not able to be here at the lake and see all the great tricks that are going down. But unfortunately, if you're not here, you're missing out. And put it on your calendar for next year, because we want this event to keep happening, because it's so good to bring everybody together and just enjoy a fun day out on the water here at Lake of the Ozarks. All right, we've got that Malibu M230 back up and going again. Looks like we've got Savannah on the water. Sure enough, she's going on that surf right side. Got that gate kicked out, wave formed up. Let's see what she's got. Looking like riding the same board from the rider before. Got a little bit of a trade-off there. Getting settled in the wave. Crazy to see how much that wave curls at the back. It's one of the things we love the most about the Malibu surf wave is how the shape goes from perfectly smooth and rideable up front, but at the back it's crazy steep, and unfortunately she found the steepest part of the wave right there in what we call the drop zone. If the nose goes down, you're down and out just like she was right there. But we'll get her up, get her going again for pass number 2. looks like we've had the hardest crash of the day so far. If you can crash hard on a surf wave, that was one of them right there, catching an edge. Thankfully, we'll get her picked back up, get her going again here. And, yeah, that is Savannah. So unfortunately, that was her second fall. So the boat's going to come back and pick up the next rider. So yeah, these riders, they do get 2 pickups, which is kind of nice. That way you can kind of plan out your run, put your hardest stuff, you know, in a place where there's less likelihood of not being able to get picked back up again. You got to kind of plan it out. Like going out there with a no plan is like plan to fail is a, like fail to plan is a plan to fail, I think is what they say. And hopefully all these riders have got some sort of choreographed run that they can kind of plan on getting out there and doing, and hopefully that'll make it go a little better for them. We've got our next rider up on the water. Looks like she's got total control over those carves, doing some quick cuts, throwing in some lip slides, it looks like. Yes, that's Riley Starling. Done some lessons with her since she was real young. Looks like she's still got the flow. Pumping up and down that Malibu wave, looking great. Getting all the way to the top of the wave. Solid cuts. Love to see how much control she has over the edge. And it's cool on those carves just how much the wave will push her down out to the side. So if she went a little further out, it would technically be a bottom turn. She could totally do that with a little more turn to go out. But yeah, maybe she'll get some of those going for us there on that second pass. All right, she's back up on the water. Riley Starling getting set up in that Malibu M230 wave. Just dumping the rope across, getting set up for her second pass here. Oh, yeah. Dropping into a 1-footer, bringing the back foot around all the way to the front. And then right back to carving. Not even missing a beat with these tricks. Got some quick cuts going, maybe trying to get a little bit of pop on that one, trying to air out some. Very nicely done. Interesting part about those carves, it's like the more you take the weight off your front foot, pop the nose up, the more aggressive those pops will be, and tries to get into the spin right there. Unfortunately, just took her a little bit too deep into the middle of the wave, not making it back down the wave the way you want, but super cool to see her going for it, having a great run out there. And thanks for surfing with us at Surf Fest 2025. It's great to see that drone zipping around, getting some good footage for us for Lake TV. Excited to be on there live, chatting with you guys today about everything going down here at Surf Fest. Sponsored by Iguana Marine Group and State of Mind Water Sports. Got the best Malibu boat you can get out on the water, giving these surfers the best experience here at Surf Fest. It's amazing how easily you can set up a surf wave on these boats. Literally just a touch of a button. You can have a great wave on the left or right. You can switch the wave from front side to back side with the surf band. So many good things you can do on these boats. And that's why we love them so much for our wakeboard wake surf school, Kirby School of Wake. It's so much fun having a boat that's so versatile for any ability level rider. And we teach the best stuff on the best stuff here at Lake of the Ozarks. So if you ever need a lesson, we're happy to get you on the water and help you out. All right, we got that Malibu fired up, ready to go. We got Owen on the water. Owen's going good. I think that last few riders were all in the same crew, riding the same board. Unless this is the community board that I'm not aware of. Seems like everybody's getting the sesh on it. He's getting some quick cuts going up and down the wave. My favorite phrase, cardio carving. Repping them out one after the other. Oh, got to see our first front board slide where he's taking the nose of the board up over the wave. There it is, a little fun fact. That is one of the key elements of the 360. If you can dial in that front board slide, you're a lot more likely to be able to do a 360. Hanging out in that curl, come out of it, just fading back a little too much. Nice work, Owen. That was a good first pass. So we are all about efficiency here, getting the riders through their run. That's why the boat keeps going, and the pickup ski is right there to tow them down to the end of the pass, get them back going the other way. And speaking of efficiency, once again, just love how easy it is to change up the settings on a Malibu boat. You can change the wave height with what's called the wedge. So the higher the number on the wedge setting, the higher the wave. You can go lower wedge setting for a longer wave. So a touch of a button, you can change the shape, customize it, and you can even do that on the fly with that surf band. So amazing technology on these boats to make them super user-friendly and easy to set up for whatever it is you're trying to do behind them. And once again, that's why we choose to use them for Kirby School of Wake here at Lake of the Ozarks. Pretty stoked to see what he can do for us on the second pass. And anytime we're doing a wakeboard or wake surf contest, it generally is set up where you have a first pass down, turn around, come back with a second pass, and that completes a full run. And you're looking for a stand-up run if you can. I mean, if you can put down all your tricks with no falls or no bobbles, obviously you're going to be rewarded for that. But if you go out there and you don't put any risk out there, you just do simple basic tricks, then you won't be able to get the points on the board you want. So it's a fine balance behind risk and reward. And we want to see these riders putting out all their best stuff. And whatever rider puts it all together in the moment when it counts is probably going to be the one that walks away with that first place prize. And we're super thankful for all of our sponsors that have contributed to make the prizes for this event really amazing. And we got Owen back up going again here. Just absolutely shredding that wave. Surfing left on the front side. Got some quick cuts going, looking great. So he's done some front board slides for us where the nose of the board goes up over the wave. Now we can see him doing some front lip slides where the tail of the board goes over top of the wave. The front lip slide is one of my most favorite moves to teach on a wake surf lesson because it leads into a lot of other great tricks like a wake slash or even an air. And yeah, a lot of good things happening there, a lot of good variety. Owen is a really well-rounded surfer. Looks like he's purposely going back in the curl, riding it forward, but hopefully not too far forward because that boat is right there, but not going to get that 360 done, unfortunately. Great approach on it, though. Looked like a lot of good things were happening, and excited to see where he ends up in the running here for our beginner division here at SurfFest. So as we've been saying, we're going to run a little open mic over here. It's kind of lonely on land, just a few of us. We can tell the tie-up is looking good, but if you want to get over to land and hop on the mic with me, love to chat and hear more about how your summer's going, what kind of tricks you're working on, and maybe how your run was going out there. So super pumped just to be here chatting with you all today. I mean, it's an absolute honor to be a part of this event and be a part of such a great team with State of Mind Water Sports and Iguana Marine Group. And the hype is real over there on the flotilla. I think that was a crowd favorite right there. We got Owen going good, and we got our next rider coming up. So it's just nonstop action here at SurfFest, which is one of my most favorite parts of being a part of an event that's run smoothly because there's just no downtime. It's just throttle up, throttle down, next one go, and that's how we want to do it here at SurfFest 2025. Sounds like we've got Avery on the water, confirmed from the flotilla. Way to go out there. You guys are keeping the hype alive. Excited to see what kind of tricks she's able to put down for us on this first pass. On this glass that we've got going on out here at Lake of the Ozarks State Park. Oh, unfortunately, it sounds to me like she went down. Wasn't able to truly see here from our view, but hopefully she'll be able to get up and put down every trick she wants for this run because there's no better feeling than getting out there and showing off all your best tricks in front of your friends and family here. Okay, sounds like we got her up going again. Gonna finish off this first pass. Not wasting any time getting up, getting into the wave here. Gonna get a couple more quick cuts in. Riding that slick phase 5 board. Going skim style, tuck knee, drop knee, popping back up. She's gonna pull it off, gets back in the curl and saves it. What a good feeling getting all the way to the end of that Malibu M230 wave. And looks like that's the end of her first pass. But good stuff. Good recovery after a crash halfway down on that first run. But I think she's going to have an even better run coming back here on second pass. Curious to would be curious to hear what boat she rides on a regular basis, and if it takes her a little bit of time to get used to that different wave, because every wave's a little bit different, but not every wave is made the same. So if you ever get a chance to ride a Malibu or Axis wake boat, you will find that they are some of the fastest waves, but the most forgiving. So that's a nice thing about using this boat for the competition, is that even if you don't ride this kind of boat on a regular basis, it doesn't take long to get used to it. So I'm excited to see what all these riders are going to be able to do. And yeah, it's going great for the beginner division here. We got to say, we've got quite the epic conditions going on out here. Nice hot sunny day with no wind hardly. Maybe just enough breeze to keep us cool, but the cove is looking awesome. Looks like you run a full wakeboard pass in there still. Too bad it's no wake, wink, wink, unless you're behind the boat making the wake for the contest. And I'm excited to see how many people come out for this today and park their boats and watch, because this is a popular cove to cove out, but thankfully we kind of get it to ourselves during the week. But then on the weekends for our lessons, we go all the way to the end of the state park into a secret spot. But for today, this is the spot. This is where you should be. If you're at home watching on Lake TV, you got to get out here, because as we go through the day, these divisions are going to keep getting more intense with bigger tricks. But even in this beginner division, we got some insane carves going on here. Avery is putting in some reps. We've already seen the tuck knee. A bit of a floater right there. A floater is where you go to the top of the wave and kind of stall out and then drop back down. Looking really good. Super smooth on these cuts. Got total control over that skimboard. Yeah, I'm curious if we're going to get to see a 360 attempt here at the end. That is always a fan favorite. She's setting up for it. Looks like she's going to finish it out strong with some big turns. Some of them almost going to count as a bottom turn. Yeah, that is the end of the run. How much fun is that? Super stoked to see how she recovered from that crash on the first pass. But I'm sure she's happy with that. Way to go. Give it up for her. That was amazing. All right, we're starting out strong for this rider here. I'm thinking it's Ruby, but I'm not sure. She's also riding a Phase 5 board, one of the sponsors of Surf Fest. Looks like it's a carbon fiber construction there, making it work with those big turns, carving in and out of the wave. Got a lot of flow. When you're wake surfing, you're always looking for that flow. It looks just effortless going up and down the wave. Sometimes the easier you do it, the better it looks, until it's time to really throw a hard carve. Then you got to throw all your weight into it and give a good push. But this is just looking so good, totally under control, and trying to finish off with what looked like a frontside lip slide. And then coming into a backside 360. Didn't quite get the tail to snap around, but good thing that boat's going to pop back around and give her another chance on pass number 2. Way to go, Ruby.
It's pretty awesome here. We've got a aerial view of the Malibu M230. Thanks to Lake TV flying the drone out there for us today. Got a lot of great sponsors. Got her all displayed on that boat. Pretty cool how they got this all set up to represent all the companies that have gotten behind this event to support it. We cannot thank you enough. It's what makes great events like this possible. And stoked you all came out. Pass number 2. We got Ruby. She spends a good amount of time on the wave, as you can tell. Working on getting that Malibu wave shaped up so she can get into pass number 2 here. I'm hoping we get to see another attempt at that backside 360. Oh, sick view right up over top of the surf wave. You can just see the curvature of this wave. If you're watching online, you can see how much this wave bends out to the side, which makes the wave very surfable. And oh, unfortunately, just gets too far back in the wash. And that would have been a good time to have the fundamental skill of being able to pump the wave, which is a very complex movement that we like to coach a lot. It's a very technical way of carving the wave where the board doesn't actually turn. It just kind of pumps up and down to help you gain speed and forward momentum. A lot of people try to turn when they're at the back of the wave, and yeah, you just turn away from the wave and you lose your speed. So you got to keep the board straight to go straight. But if you can get back in that curl of the wave where it's super steep, it's amazing what you can do to get back into that safe zone where you can get back to tricking. So unfortunately, that was the end of her second pass. And she's got to be happy, though, with the things that she was able to put down. Some really nice carves and some good style. So judges are going to like that. And it's going to be tough for them to try to choose who is the ultimate Surf Fest rider in this division, because the beginner division is looking a little more like intermediate to me with some higher difficulty tricks going down. But that's what we like to see, is the ability level steadily increasing and everyone getting better at their skills on the water. We've got the next rider on the water here with Sean. Sean is on the front side wave, surfing with pressure on the toes, riding a super slick phase 5 board, going skim style for us, kind of kicking it sideways. He's trying to stay in the pocket. Pocket of the wave is that place where it's just pushy enough to keep you going, but you got some room to come forward or drift back. Starting up for a spin, getting all the way around, and tucks the shoulder down as he goes into a bit of a dolphin dive there at the end of it. But way to go, Sean. Way to get after it right out the gate. And hopefully we'll get to see another attempt at that 360, because it seems like as we're moving through this beginner division, there's been a lot of 360 attempts, but no one that's fully come around on it and kept it going. So excited to see who might be the first person of the day to complete that 360, because it's always a crowd favorite out here. And we want to hear you get loud, get proud over there on that flotilla. Stoked you guys came out and you're anchored up and watching this event. All right, we got confirmation from the flotilla. We're hearing some chatter over there that the rumor is that's a pretty big wave. Pretty big wave is always a good thing when you're trying to go for your biggest tricks. Stoked to see what these riders got here as we're finishing up the beginner division. But I'm impressed that these tricks are not looking so beginner. It's more intermediate, like I've been saying. Just kind of shows, you know, the ability level of these riders that are coming out for Surf Fest. But, you know, that's the thing about this contest is it is very, you know, beginner friendly. You know, even if you're just learning how to surf, get out here and show what you got. Have fun and get in the mix with us. This is an event we want to see continue to grow and invite more people to come out and be a part of it. And just like we got Drew out here surfing with us today, hopefully he'll be the first one to put together a 360 in a run. He's going pockets out. Not sure if that's intentional, but it's a good vibe, good style. And he's got some carves going, getting settled into his run here. Looks like he's setting up for something big. Very nice stuff for Drew. He's thinking about it. He's setting it up. When's that 360 going to happen? Getting a little more slash on that turn, kind of pushing the board out in front of him. But here it is. Nope, backing out, resetting. Here it goes. Come around. Oh, even a harder dolphin dive on that one with that front toe edge catch. Oh, unfortunately, taking him down, but that was looking really good. All the way around about 270 degrees. I always like to say, when you come around at that point of the spin, it's all about having the right amount of pressure on the right foot if you're left foot forward, because if you come around with pressure on the front foot, you're way more likely to catch an edge like that. But yeah, super technical trick, but when you get it, it is one of the best looking tricks and one of the best feelings. And we're probably going to see some of those 360s going down in our higher difficulty divisions, and as well as Jordan Wolf getting out there and putting on a show for us. Heck, she might even bust out an air with 180 and then into a 360 and then into a bunch of other crazy stuff. So it's always a mind bender watching someone who is a professional surfer do their best work behind the best boats, which is like the perfect day for that. We got the Malibu M230. So you're going to see some great stuff today, much like what we're hoping to see from this next rider. All right, we got local surfer Nick Sutterer. We spent a lot of time sharing the cove with their family. We've got some young girls who are also surfing out here with us today. Amazing family, great surfers, totally embracing the lifestyle. And it looks like he might have got that run started a little bit early. The first part of the course, the water's a little shallow. Just missed the curl a little bit. But the best thing is he's going to get up, get going again, and show us his best stuff, because I've seen it out here in the cove, watching them surf, having fun. And that's what it's all about, getting your boat, getting out here, using it, and getting as good as you possibly can with the time you have, because summer is short that we have, especially on these great days when it's not raining for a change, which is nice. And yeah, we're all going to hit it hard, because that can be the best time of year. Weather may be a little chilly, but the water's still warm. So yeah, we're going to keep lessons going here with Kirby School of Wake all the way through September. So no reason not to get on our schedule, to get you some time to figure out whatever trick it is you're trying to learn. And we get you schooled up at Kirby School of Wake. So we got Nick back up on the water. He's riding a surf style board, a little bit thicker, more traditional surf, ocean style shape to that board. Probably running two larger fins than a skim board. Typically a skim board is done with a small fin in the middle. Surf style board is going to be two fins on the outside. Oh, ends up not getting the fins to break loose like he was hoping for on that one. As we were saying, that's a surf style board. So it's a little harder to get the spin started, but it's a lot easier to get it stopped once it starts. So stoked to see Nick out here riding with us and giving his best shot out there on that Malibu M230. Okay, so we got Nick back up on the water. Not wasting any time, getting back in the wave. Trying to feel it out. Getting some carves going here. Very nice quick cuts. That time rose all the way to the top of the wave, getting the maximum amount of speed coming back down. Holding pressure over that toe edge, always looking good. As I've been saying, if you make it look easy, it's going to be steezy. So all you riders out there, take your time, set up, make your tricks look good. And that's what he's doing right here for us. Setting up for hopefully another 360 attempt. Breaks it loose. Oh, and he covers his face knowing that he was about to face plant. And unfortunately ends up taking him down. But it was a great attempt. Once again, we've seen a lot of good surf backside 360s attempted. And that is the most common way you'll see a surfing 360 done, where you'll see the rider spin to their backside spinning towards the boat, and then coming back around after 180 and facing the boat and hopefully dropping back down the wave to regain speed. But it's a tricky trick. Takes a lot of time to develop that one, and I like to say it's kind of like catching lightning in a bottle. You might get it once, but then getting it again might take a few more tries. So always happy to help. If anyone is working on that trick, you can come out for a lesson or just shoot me a DM with the video of it, and we do trick review, where we put it in a coaching app, give you some tips over video, and learn that way too. So always happy to help here at Kirby School Wake, and excited to see who's going to complete the first surf backside 360 today. I think the crowd is going to go wild out there on that flotilla here at Surf Fest. All right, excited to announce this run here with Kendra Wallets. She is an incredible wake surfer. Started off with us at Kirby School Wake. She came to our Awaken camp and then some all-girls sessions. And she's ready to throw down for you guys here at Surf Fest. Nice little quick flick of a wake slash there. Showing she's got good control over that Phase 5 skimboard. Thankful for one of our sponsors here. Looks like she's setting up for something big, some nice quick turns. Using all of that Malibu M230 wave, going up into a lip slide. Front side lip slide. A little bit of a forward slash on that one. I can't tell from here, but she might be riding finless. If any fin, it's a small fin, because that board is sliding around freely, showing that she's got total control, throwing some of the wake up on the back of the boat with that forward slash, looking great. She rides behind an Axis A245. Beautiful Maya blue and graphite gray. I love the boat so much. Always happy to see them out there on it. And I think your dad's going to be riding in the division later on today. So it's a family thing here at Surf Fest. So everyone surfs, everyone rides, and everyone has a good time when they're out on the water here at Lake of the Ozarks. And stoked to have Kendra out here riding with us today. She's showing off her best stuff and can't wait to see what she's able to put down for us here on pass number 2. Yeah. All right. So we got Kendra Wallace back up again. Unfortunately, the steep wave of that Malibu M230 just took the nose under for her just a little too much. The edge catch is not ideal, but not as bad as when you're wakeboarding. Wakeboarding edge catches hurt a little bit more, but it's worth it for the adrenaline. But we just love that when you can wake surf at any time of day with any water conditions, it just happens to be one of the best ways to spend a day out on the water with your friends and family. And that's what we're doing here today with Surf Fest. Just stoked you all came out, you're supporting this event, and riding with us and just having a good time. So really thankful for you all, thankful for the good weather. We got to admit just how blessed we are to be here and be able to do this. And excited to see Kendra get back up and get going again for another run. Sounds like we're going to get that Malibu M230 with the M6 engine fired back up, get her going again. It's amazing how fast that boat planes out and gets going with all that weight. It's making such a big wake. And here she goes, getting back into pass number 2. There we go, a little bit of a front side board slide, bringing the nose of the board up over the wave. A little bit of a slash. Great stuff happening out there behind the boat. A couple hand drags, showing that she has total control over that board, which we'd love to see. The judges are going to reward that for sure. And a bonus trick, 360, 540, and down she goes. Wonderful job for Kendra. Give it up for her, y'all. Such a great run. All right, we got Claire up on the water. She's surfing the right side, right foot in front. Still surfing front side. So that's one of two ways you can surf. With the front of the body facing the wave. Taking a little bit to get settled here, get adjusted on maybe a different wave than what she's used to. Riding a pretty big board. Gonna have plenty of speed with that, but almost too much speed right there. End up taking her down. Unfortunately, not able to make it to the end of that first pass. But hopefully we'll get her picked back up, get her going again. It's great to see how efficient we've got things working here today with that pickup Sea-Doo ski. Getting sporty on that thing whenever he gets a chance. I want to see some toe-ins. Anybody else? Anybody else down for that? Maybe the pickup ski, pull you right back into the wave. That'd be really efficient. Maybe not the most ideal thing for the beginner division. Maybe we can request that for advanced. Yeah, good stuff. Now my question is, where are the foils at? Who's out there foiling, getting up above the water? It's kind of the next level extreme, taking it from surface level on a surfboard to a board on a wing. I mean, how cool is that, right? It's been cool to see more of those literally levitating around here on the Ozarks. A new hottest wake sport. We're teaching that a little bit at Kirby School of Wake, teaching you the safest way on the safest setup so you don't fall on a blade. Never a good thing when you're learning. And always happy to get people out on the water, no matter what it is we're learning. Always like to say, if you're paying, we're playing. We'll take you tubing, wakeboarding, wake surfing, wake foiling. We'll just have a good day out on the water. We just happen to be doing that on the best boats on the market, running an Axis A245. They've got some Malibu boats up at Iguana Marine Group that are available to check out and ride at any time, just like this Malibu M230 that we got going here for Claire. And she's getting into the curl of the wave here. Now moving forward into that pocket. Getting a little hand drag. Hold it now. Oh, unfortunately just wasn't able to stand back up out of it and keep going. But happy she's out here and having fun with us here at Surf Fest. Got her up, got her going again. We're going to finish off this second pass. Maybe did a little bit of wake shape adjustment, kind of mellow it down a little bit. We do that with the wedge setting on the Malibu, so lower number, lower wave. Looks like she's surfing on maybe a 1 or a 2. And sometimes that's all you need on the right side. The right side is super steep by a natural characteristic of the wave. But she's in it now. She's holding it, staying right there where she wants to be. Going to get a little bit of a carve going here. Drop out of it. So much more wave to play on there. She could have had that, but unfortunately just missed her turn to get back down in front of it. And that's going to do it for Claire. Give it up for her. Looks like they've got another rider lined up behind the boat for a pickup. Looks like they're going to be surfing right foot forward on this run here. And they got him lined up, ready to go. Throttle and gear, getting him up, getting him going here. We're going to get that surf gate out for Andrew. See how he rides this Malibu M230 wave. Good rope toss to the boat. It's a great start here. Got some small little cuts to kind of warm up. Looks like he's finding his way up close to the boat. Get back in it. unfortunately just taking him up and over the top and out the back. We're going to get him back up, get him back going again, and see what he's got for us to finish off this first pass. So yeah, it's always so fun just to see how all these different surfers ride the wave. A lot of times it kind of determines, you know, what kind of boat you're surfing on a regular basis, because you kind of ride different boats in different waves, and the Malibu waves is definitely one you ride further back on. It's got a lot of push at all points of the wave, but this rider here's tend to be a little close to the boat. Maybe Andrew's going to start working back a little bit, finding that wave's got tons of speed. He's getting some nice carves going here. Trying to fade back a little bit. There we go. We're getting him to back up a little bit to make those turns a little easier. Jordan Wolf's got him going with some pointers on the fly here, helping him get in that right spot of the wave.
Back up on the wave. Okay.
There it is. Oh, and just barely missed the curl as he tried to get back down in front of it to catch his speed back up to the boat. And that's one of the things I see a lot of times when we're teaching people how to surf is just helping them learn where to go on the wave to regain that speed if you feel like you're going to lose it. Because if you can get your board right up into the part of the wave we call the curl, there's a lot of speed available there, especially on a Malibu axis where the wave is really steep at the back. And as you get better at surfing, that kind of becomes your starting point for your tricks. We'll purposely kind of go back to the curl and then pump the wave forward to come up for an air or a slash or whatever big trick you can come up with. And that's what we love to see out here is these riders using the whole wave to do their best tricks out here at Surf Fest. All right, so we got him back up again, pass number 2. Finding his flow on the wave. Looking great out there. He's just steady chilling, hanging out in there, getting a feel for it, doing some small little carves up and down the wave. And he's just having a great day, great time surfing that Malibu wave. Gonna ride it all the way to the end here, finishing off pass number 2. That's how we do it here at Surf Fest. Look at that. Yeah. Excellent job. Hey! Full forward dive over the wave. That's how you get it done right there. Well done.
How many more riders are there? Total? I'm counting up right now. We've got a cable in that black box. If I could grab that at some point. On the home dock. 18 more riders. Is there some way we could go to that dock over there at some point? We got 3 more and then we can do whatever you want, bro. Great. This cables, I guess they want me to change this cable out or something. You're shallow till you get to the buoy, okay?
Okay, we got Carter Robinson up here. Getting into his run quick. Getting some hand drag, some big carves. Got a lot of power in his surfing. That's looking really good. Doing some side slides. Trying to slash the board up against the wave, throw some water out from under the board. That's looking really good. Opting to go with quite a wide stance. It's interesting to see all the different surfers and their styles and their preferences. A lot of different things you can be doing with different boards and different wave settings. Like, that's what makes this sport so unique and diverse. And oh, unfortunately, end of the pass, taking him down, pushed it a little bit too hard at the end. But that's what you got to do. You got to go for your biggest stuff at the end of the pass when you got to get picked up anyway. But good job, Carter. Can't wait to see you get going again on pass number 2.
I can ride, I just gotta unpack my board.
When do we want to do, like, the me and Kirby rip? We can do it, like, maybe at the end, or what do you want to do, like?
So we are working our way through the beginner division here. Almost to the end. 2 more riders after Carter. And I'm excited to see what this guy's able to put together. Still hoping to see a 360 completed in this division. I think that would show really good progression for what ability level surfers we've got here in the Ozarks. Because everybody wants that 360, but not everybody's got it. We'd love to see if Carter can bust one out for us. He looks like he's got the board control to be able to spin one all the way around and get back down the wave. He's got some good pumping carves going. Kind of working about midway on the wave. He's not all the way back, definitely not all the way forward, right in that, what a lot of people would call the sweet spot. But I like to say it's just a sweet wave. And you ride it differently at all different parts of the wave. Got some good cuts. He's letting the front of the board, the nose of the board pop up, slamming it back down to get into that next turn. Got a lot of rhythm, a lot of flow. And the 360 come around, 540 to face plant. Man, thought he had that one. It was a quick whip of a spin. And too bad he doesn't have more course left to show us again, but great run for Carter.
Is that air compressor? Is the air compressor in the back of the truck popping it? We're gonna get you past the dock first.
All right, we got Ava out on the water. The last two riders of the beginner division are sisters. She shreds. Watch this girl get down, touch the water. A lot of quick carves. Loving seeing her tuck the back knee on her carves, showing a lot of control over that phase 5 skimboard. Throwing a little hang loose in there. She's truly hanging loose, having fun. She knows all about the Malibu Wave. Their family has owned multiple Malibu boats over the years. She's done some camps here with Kirby School of Wake, some private lessons, and it's showing today. Her style's looking great. And you can just tell she puts a lot of time into her surfing, going for a little front side lip slide there. Tons of carves. A lot of wave back there for her to play on. She's asking, is there more room? Yes, there is. Get in it. Nice work. Ava with a good run on that first pass. Stoked to see what she can do as that boat turns around and comes back again. All right, they got Ava back up on the water. Coming back in, pass number 2. Oh, getting a little more risk out there. Reaching out and touching the nose of the board. Showing total control. Riding up and down the wave. Putting a little bit of pop in the turn on that one. Going into a bit of a drifter. Kind of side sliding. Can't tell if she's got a fin on that board, but if she does, you can barely tell. So the more fin that's on the board, the tighter it rides. So if you can ride no fin, you've got control over the edge, just like she does right there, coming out of it right there with barely enough speed to save it. Thankfully, that Malibu Wave had plenty of push to keep her going. And coming down to the end of pass number 2, what a great run. Would have been fun to see the 360. We know she's got it, but she decides to go the conservative route and just get it done with a lot of good points on the board. And would not want to be a judge in this division because that was pretty stacked with a lot of good riders, and we still have one left here in this beginner division, and it's going to be Ruby. Let's see what she's got. Okay, we got Ruby out on the water. Last rider of the beginner division. All right, starting it off. Getting back into the save zone there. catching the curl, riding back forward. Really good stuff going on. A lot of energy in this surfing run right here. A lot of power. I think this is our first rider we've seen officially pump the wave, really getting in that curl, getting some momentum, driving forward. That's where she's getting all that power for those turns. Getting some hand drags, just casually in the carve. Like, this is good stuff. This is a standout ride. So keep your eyes on the water for Ruby here. She might be setting up for something big. At the end of pass number 1 here, looks like she's just gonna set it down and save it for the last run of pass number 2. But yeah, give it up for her. What a solid first pass. Phew. So yeah, we've got a lot of good divisions here in this event where you can be in a division with all kids under 12, and then this has been the beginner division, and then we're gonna level it up and go intermediate ability level, then into advanced, and then the over 45 group. So surfing really is for everyone, from the young guns all the way up to the older riders that are just looking to have a good time out behind the boat. And that's the thing I love about this sport so much. It really is for everyone. I mean, our wake school we've had as young as 4, and I believe as old as 84. So if you can get out on the water and have fun, this is a great way to do it. And that's why we love wake surfing so much, because it's just open and accessible for anyone. And stoked that we have so many people out here wanting to show off their best skills and have a reason to keep surfing and getting better. Because next year, Surf Fest 2026 is going to come around. You want to be ready to get out here and throw down. All right, they got Ruby back up on the water, throwing the boat to the rope, throwing out a little hang loose. That's what she's going to do here. She's going to hang loose on that wave with some big cuts. A lot of slashing, a lot of power. Wow, this is a fun run to watch. She's riding that Phase 5 skimboard. Nicely done. Standing up tall at the wave, getting all the way to the top of it, throwing a little lip slide there again. What a great run for Ruby here. So solid. Great fundamentals, great technique. Oh, and you can see from this side shot on Lake TV here how big that Malibu M230 wave is. And that's going to be the end of the course. Sad we didn't get to see the 360 because we know she's got it, but she got probably some of the best cuts of the day right there. So give it up for her. Backflip out. Let's go. Come on. That was innovative. Crowd favorite. And if you like flips like that, stay tuned, because there may be a wakeboard demo going on later. Well, there will for sure be some flips up and around and down and back on the water, because that's what we do out here. Have fun on the wakeboard, wake surf, all day, every day. Lake of the Ozarks. So we're going to take a quick little lake break out here. So we're going to get our drivers refueled with water. And we're going to get some more riders staged. We're going to have the intermediate division next. So if you are on land, come on over to the starting dock. If you are on the water, come over to the starting dock. And that's where we're going to pick you up for the intermediate division. And we'll be getting that going here shortly.
The preserve at Sycamore Creek. And as you can see behind me, the party is underway. And if you missed it, well, Here's what you missed. Well, that's going to do it for our day here at Captain Ron's for Aquapalooza 2025. You can see behind me, party's still alive and kicking. But that's going to do it for us. Big shout out to Preserve at Sycamore Creek for presenting our coverage, and of course all these incredible sponsors for making our day here at Captain Ron's possible.
Lake Days Rentals, Lake Expo Real Estate, Captain Ron's, Benny Media, Arvet at the Lake, LakeExpo.com, Dockworks, Speedboat Magazine, Spectacular Productions, and Lily Setter. Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With over 30 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Got props? We do at Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists.
Polylift boat lifts. In 1975, Gerald Ford was president, gas was 53 cents a gallon, and Saturday Night Live debuted. It's also the year Polylift boat lifts was born. 50 years later, Polylift is still the best boat lift you can own. Trust Polylift, built with quality and integrity for 50 years. Remember, for the last 50 years and the next 50 to come, you know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With over 30 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Got props? We do at Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists.
Polylift boat lifts. In 1975, Gerald Ford was president, gas was 53 cents a gallon, and Saturday Night Live debuted. It's also the year Polylift boat lifts was born. 50 years later, Polylift is still the best boat lift you can own. Trust Polylift, built with quality and integrity for 50 years. Remember, for the last 50 years and the next 50 to come, you know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Poly lifts.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
What's up, Lake of the Ozarks? William Holtz with Lake TV, and the wait is over. It's time for our next LOZ featured doc series. We're at the 7-mile marker in Gravois Mills. We got Dave Birnbaum, his friends, his family, and a ton of incredible toys to show you on this edition of the LOZ featured doc series. Docks, boats, the lake life, your mind must be racing. Whether it's a listing for sale now, a custom build here in the villages at Shawnee Bend, or a condo at the iconic Topsider, I'm your guy. But first, another LOZ feature doc on Lake TV. Dave Birnbaum here at his incredible dock here at Lake of the Ozarks in Gravois Mills. But Dave, before we get into the dock and your lake life, I kind of want to find out a little history about you and how it pertains to Lake of the Ozarks.
Started coming down about 25 years ago with my ex-wife before my 25-year-old twins were born, and fell in love with it. And started staying at some friends for a while. And then after our twins were born, we bought a condo at Lighthouse Point. I've never missed a weekend, it seems like, since then.
Yeah, now, of course, this incredible house I see here down O Road. Tell us about how long you guys have been here at this location.
We bought this house 6 years ago. It was a one owner. The house was in great condition, but it was dated, and my wife and I never took on a project to do any remodeling, and we laid out the whole house, totally gutted it over the course of one winter, and updated it, and it'll accommodate 15, 16 people. It's definitely a lake house.
And they don't get to see it because this isn't Lotto Homes. This is the doc series, but you were gracious enough to show me inside, and well done on the design inside. That's cozy, elegant, love it. And then, of course, that brings me down to the dock. So before we get into the nuts and bolts, tell me who built this dock and how old it is.
Dockworks built it 2 years ago. It's actually our second dock in the last 4 years. Had a dock that was about the same configuration before that, and just decided one day we're gonna list it. We got our money out of it, and we turned around and got with Josh and Emily, who have been absolutely fantastic to work with, and had this one built 2 years ago.
Start with this bar on this dock. This is incredible. So let's head over. I think your wife's gonna make some drinks for your friends and we're gonna get to it. Don't go anywhere. Next on our LOZ featured doc series.
This doesn't suck, right? Down the hatch.
After this. Exclusive lake luxury is hard to come by nowadays, but that's exactly what's available at the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
Whatever your lake dream, the Villages can make it a reality. Stake the claim to your lake paradise in the lake's premier luxury home development, the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline. Your time at Lake of the Ozarks is limited, and AquaPest Solutions understands that. Let us worry about those pests so you can spend your time out on the water. AquaPest Solutions uses our proprietary blend of essential oils and relies on the best crew and equipment on the lake today, ready to arrive by boat or truck. Locally owned and operated AquaPest Solutions. Call today and get your quote tomorrow so we can get rid of what's bugging you. All right, Dave, the first thing that I noticed was this dock bar here, and it's quite the setup. So tell us a little bit about who did the dock bar and the process of getting it to this point.
A gentleman by the name of Warren Blevins with Dynamic Solutions out of Kansas City got his information. He did a small project and never done anything like this before, and it's like, love the lake, let's make it happen. And did it over the winter 2 years ago, and couple changes here and there, but it turned out amazing.
Well, this is a full kitchen. I mean, so walk me through all of the different stainless steel appliances and compartments.
Starting on this side, you've got your ice chest. You've got a dual freezer here, popsicles for the kids, shot glasses, the
my
salted.
goodness.
You ever had these? They're made out of salt.
Like a Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they stay ice cold.
Yeah. Lots of storage, small refrigerator on this side for like the mixers.
Storage drawers?
And then you've got 2 refrigerators back here, waters and your sodas and stuff like that. And then beer on that one, and then the full bar.
And the name of the bar, tell me.
It's been my tagline for 20 years. We sit down in the water at the condo many years ago and just talking about how great it is, and just came up one day like, this really doesn't suck.
This doesn't suck. I love that.
And it's not an ego thing. It's just, I don't know. That's the way I feel about the lake.
And we're gonna talk about the incredible crowd of friends, your wife, but before we do that, like, this is the dock series, and you gotta walk me through some of the custom features, some of these boats. So tell me everything you've got going on here, Dave, with this incredible dock.
We're kind of into the older boats. We've got, that's a 2005 400 SS. Had it 12 years. She's got 1,200 hours on it. So, and then we've got our son's boat. It's a 2007 Fountain. It's got twin 565s in it, all rebuilt. It's actually for sale at the moment, but it's been a good boat. I don't know what he's planning on doing after that one.
Oh, that's incredible. And you have PWCs for days.
Yes, we got 3 PWCs, and the kids ride the heck out of those. I don't much anymore. And then the little jewel over here is a 1972 Sidewinder that my best friend that's over here and myself are partners on, and it's all original paint, super cool. It's been a fun little boat to have.
We're gonna get back to that boat. I'm hoping we might be able to take that out in a minute. But I also see over here incredible furniture. It looks like these like screens Calm down. What's going on over here?
These screens, these were just added, but yeah, they're nice to keep the rain and the wind off of things.
And for somebody like you that hosts and loves to be on the water, you've learned over the years ways to make your lake life easier, ways to make it more convenient. So on your dock, tell us a couple of things that really add to an easier day on the water.
We've got the steps that was a custom design that Josh had done these before, but have not done them like this, and we kind of challenged him to do things a little bit differently. And so we've got the easy steps getting in the water, got our ladder getting in and out. We've talked about a diving board. We haven't got to that point.
Is right here, day on the lake. It's raining, and everyone on your dock is dry, comfortable, and still bar side. So what do you say we have your wife make some of your guests a drink?
That'd be great. Be great. Pretty good.
Don't go anywhere. Next on our LOZ featured doc series.
So yeah, it gets up and goes.
After this.
Polylift boat lifts. In 1975, Gerald Ford was president, gas was 53 cents a gallon, and Saturday Night Live debuted. It's also the year Polylift boat lifts was born. 50 years later, Polylift is still the best boat lift you can own. Trust Polylift, built with quality and integrity for 50 years. Remember, for the last 50 years and the next 50 to come, you know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
As you dream of your lake life, I invite you to dream bigger. Topsider Condos, the coolest place to live at the lake.
So what do you think? Your dream of living in luxury at Lake of the Ozarks could be but one phone call away. I wouldn't wait. Topsider.
So we're on a 1972 Sidewinder. So made out of California. It's got a 455 Olds and a Berkeley jet in it.
This boat nearly 50 years old. You guys just get this, or have you had this boat?
No, so we've had it about, I don't know, about 5 years, wouldn't it, Dave?
Yeah, yep, right after we got 5 years.
5 years. We got it from my aunt. So my uncle actually owned this boat down here at Lake of the Ozarks. So she called, or her daughter called me one day and said, you know, hey, the house isn't for sale, but we'd like you to have the boat as long as you keep it in the family. So
what was that process like from when you guys uncovered it and got it to today? I mean, did you redo a whole lot, or?
So we got it, we took it, we had a guy who kind of, as you can see, it's a beautiful green, which we're not changing. This is the actual factory color. Had the engine redone. We redid the interior, so the only difference is we did these white seats.
We did the carpet too. We hate the carpet. Not gonna lie to you. It's somewhere down the line that's getting redone. The steering wheel we replaced, it was actually as white as this.
Yeah.
And then within 2 years, it turned to that.
I don't like the yellow though.
New dash instruments in. My favorite addition is we put the rooster tail on it. So
does it get up and go? Like, how fast does it go? Yeah, it does.
Wait. Watch the rooster tail. Go ahead, Dennis.
So yeah, it gets up and goes.
Wow, incredible day here at the 7 mile marker with Dave Birnbaum. Dave, I just want to thank you for inviting us and showcasing all you guys have going on here on the dock.
Really appreciate you guys being here, and this has been a fun afternoon for sure.
One thing, before we go, I noticed you guys got like a hot dog roller here on the dock, and I understand that's newer, right?
That's a new addition this season, yeah. We were hoping, before you guys got out of here, that you could partake. It's one of our dock favorites.
All right, I'm never gonna say no to good food. We're gonna grab a dog. That's gonna wrap up this edition of the LOZ Featured Doc Series. For Dave Birnbaum, his entire group here at the 7 mile marker, I'm William Holtz with Lake TV. We'll see you next time. Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With over 30 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go further, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Got props? We do at Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists.
Polylift boat lifts. In 1975, Gerald Ford was president, gas was 53 cents a gallon, and Saturday Night Live debuted. It's also the year Polylift boat lifts was born. 50 years later, Polylift is still the best boat lift you can own. Trust Polylift, built with quality and integrity for 50 years. Remember, for the last 50 years and the next 50 to come, you know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
A family of 8 fell in love with the lake, and the rest is history. Lake Days Rentals brings one family's passion for fun, comfort, and open waves to you, offering your perfect vacation experience here on the Lake of the Ozarks. Pick your perfect getaway from our homes, condos, and docks for events, large groups, or just for 2. A wide variety of nightly rentals will spoil you for choice. And yes, you can bring your pets. Lake Days. Find your happy place.
Lake of the Ozarks, William Holtz, Lake TV, and Captain Ron's Aquapalooza 2025. Our coverage brought to you by the Preserve at Sycamore Creek. And as you can see behind me, the party is underway. And if you missed it, well, here's what you missed. going to do it for our day here at Captain Ron's for Aquapalooza 2025. You can see behind me, party's still alive and kicking. But that's going to do it for us. Big shout out to Preserve at Sycamore Creek for presenting our coverage, and of course all these incredible sponsors for making our day here at Captain Ron's possible.
Lake Days Rentals, Lake Expo Real Estate, Captain Ron's, Benny Media, Arvet at the Lake, LakeExpo.com, Dockworks, Speedboat Magazine, Spectacular Productions, and Lily Setter. Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With over 30 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Got props? We do at Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists.
Polylift boat lifts. In 1975, Gerald Ford was president. Gas was 53 cents.